Guys, what is going on? King Strats here, back with another video on the channel. And today, I was in the mood for a little kind of Japanese style takeout. Now, what I'm going to make is one of my favorite things to order from sushi spots that is not sushi. Dish that in my area is not the most popular, but in a lot of areas, California, especially overseas, England, I know they eat it a lot. It's called chicken katsu. Now, if you don't know what chicken katsu is, it is a very simple dish to make. It is a breaded chicken dish, usually served over rice, with a sauce that is similar to a barbecue-esque kind of sauce. Now, the hard part for me is if I'm gonna make chicken katsu and I don't fry my food, how am I gonna do that? Now, it's taken me a couple of times to kind of get this right, a couple of times of trial and error, but I figured out a way that you can use an air fryer to make fried chicken. Comes out very crispy, very good, very simple. So today we're gonna get into that. I'll show you kind of step by step how we go through it. Let's get into it. First things first, we got our boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Again, I don't like breasts. Breasts work with this just as well, but me, I always do prefer the thighs. Most of the fat is trimmed off of there. I did keep a little bit on, but I got it weighed out on my food scale, which is of course turned off because I'm an idiot. Now you can see to the side, I've got some hot sauce, salt, garlic powder, crushed red pepper that I'm gonna add to this. It's hard for me to do this with two hands. Again, bear with me because I'm only using an iPhone. Now skip the hot sauce if you don't want it spicy, but that's what we're gonna use as our base. Then we're gonna roll it in our next step, which is the crumbs. We got our seasoning on there. The next step, obviously, is the breading. Now, this breading is very simple. What it is similar to what, I can't say the name brand. If you look in the breading section where the breadcrumbs are, they usually have some brands that are available that are for baking, which is gonna work a lot better than this. If you don't wanna use the baking one, then you're gonna have to go the fried route because it won't stick as much. So they have a panko version, which is a lot better than this, but I couldn't find it. If you can find the panko version or just use panko breadcrumbs, all you're gonna wanna do is roll this around in here. I'm gonna try to get this in one step. Bang. All right, so you're gonna try to roll, I can't do this with one hand. You're gonna try to roll this bad boy around in here. Make sure that is evenly coated on every single part. One hand cooking, I don't recommend it. I really don't. I need a camera crew. But you can see, let's see if we can get a little more on there. Jeez, all right. Bear with me. All right, just make sure it's evenly distributed and make sure that it's coated on the whole thing. You don't want to miss spots. See how I'm looking underneath here, and then I'm gonna roll that more around in each spot. Okay, get my other hand. So that first one bad boy is rolled up. We're gonna repeat the same step with all of these. I'm trying to use one hand again. So I'm gonna grab and do the same thing. I've got about 6 or 7 pieces, so I've got to get these rolled up. Then we're gonna move this onto the air fryer. Yes, I swear to you, it is that simple. Now the breadcrumbs themselves are with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Katsu's not even seasoned with anything. They usually just rely on the sauce, which is why I don't want to over-season anything because the sauce is very, very strong. But you've got the idea. Let's just repeat the next steps with all of these and then onto the air fryer. All right, so you see the finished product. Those are all of them rolled up. We're going to switch this over and get this on the air fryer after I wash my hands for the 750 billionth time. And then we're going to start the air fryer up. Like I said, this is so simple. All right, so our fryer's loaded up. Rule of thumb, don't try to load it up like I did because it's kind of stupid. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it and keep moving these around and make sure that they cook evenly. But because I have a lot of chicken, hopefully you're not eating 26 ounces like I am and you're eating less. But if you aren't, then you're gonna have to go bottom rack and do the flip method. If you watch my other video on how to air fry chicken, it is the exact same method on to cook this. So let's get our lid on this bad boy. Put it up, that is 375 for 40 minutes. Make sure these are cooked all the way through. Obviously, if you don't know how to do that, just cut one open. Check to see the color, make sure that it is white and that the juice is running clear. There is no pink inside of the chicken. You don't want to eat undercooked chicken. But that is all. I'm going to make a side, and I'm also going to just serve this with steamed white rice. And that's that simple. All right, I'm going to freestyle a quick sauce for this. So we're going to put together the tonkatsu seasoning, which is fancy for nice barbecue sauce kind of stuff. So we're actually going to start with barbecue sauce. Now, traditionally, it calls for ketchup. We're going to start with about a half a cup of barbecue sauce because it asks for sugar and ketchup, which makes barbecue sauce. So we're just going to do it our own way. I want a little bit of bite to it, so we're going to add about 1 teaspoon brown rice vinegar, a tablespoon of low sodium teriyaki, 1 teaspoon, you can tell what that is. It's sriracha, just a teaspoon. I'm trying not to get overloaded on here. 1 hand cooking. Can't do anything without it. A little bit of more than I need. Garlic. Stir that up, and that is our sauce. So I've got a little bit of sesame oil going in the pot. We're going to make garlic broccoli, so I'm adding broccoli. This is very, very simple. All I'm doing after that, looking for a quick saute, but I'm going to add a little bit of ponzu seasoning. Look it up. I'll try to explain it in the caption. Nice serving of garlic. Now this is garlic broccoli, so I'm going to add a lot. Now, let's see if I can. All we're gonna do is let that for a quick saute. It's that simple. Salt and pepper at the end, and we are good to go. These are just about done. nice and white on the inside. And I got to chop the rest of these up. We've got our garlic broccoli, which is done as well. My rice is just about to come out of the steamer, so it's time to plate these bad boys up. I'll show you how it's done. And there is our finished product. A little air-fried chicken katsu, served over some nice rice, and that garlic broccoli, a little sauce on the top. Man, I can't wait to try this. There we go. Is this the move? We're gonna find out. It's hard to keep chopsticks still. Like I can keep anything still anyway. Okay. Let's see how we did. Oh, wow. Chicken's got a right amount of breading to it. It's not overly breaded, and it's nice and crispy, but not to the point where you can't chew it. The inside's very tender. The sauce, it's sweet, it's spicy. It's different than what you would get from the restaurant. And that was on purpose. But considering I've never made this before, this is very good. Some of that garlic broccoli. Oh yeah. The garlic broccoli I ordered usually has sauce on the side, but when you just eat that part of it, it's got nice seasoning, the garlic flavor. It's still got a little bite to it, but I don't like broccoli where it's really like crunchy, because that's just my own preference. If you do, then just use fresh broccoli instead of steaming it beforehand like I did. That's just more of a personal preference. It would still work either way. I prefer it without being drowned in sauce. It's just my own thing. I could sit there and eat this whole thing right now. Wow. And I get why they serve katsu with rice, because it kind of like works as a palate cleanser, but adds a nice texture to it. It's just regular steamed white rice. You can tell that I like this a lot because I won't stop eating it. All right, let's get one more for the road. One more bite. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is my take on chicken katsu, macro-friendly style. Again, I've never made this before. It was just kind of on a whim, and I see what I went with it. I can definitely do a couple of things to make it a little bit better, which I think that if I just used a little more seasoning on the bread, that's not how traditional chicken katsu is, and that's why I didn't do it. Also, with the barbecue sauce mixture, I think that I could have used something to make it a little thicker, because it's not as thick as the normal stuff, but as far as the taste goes, I really like it. The broccoli, I wouldn't change a thing. I don't like chicken and broccoli from Chinese places where it's like overly saucy. It's just not my thing. But let me stop eating this. All in all, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the video, the likes, comments, subscription, I appreciate all your support. As you can tell, I really want to eat this, so I'm out. I love y'all. Peace. I'm gonna finish this whole thing. Wow.